Today, we have a big one. It's time for the year-in preview video for the year 2023. After all, the only proper thing to do after an eventful 2022 is to keep the momentum going. What better way to do that than to give us sequels to some of the most popular titles, as well as greenlighting anime adaptations of the hottest manga and novels in town. So now, let's take a look at some titles that ought to keep us looking forward. Let me tell you, as early as now, 2023 looks to be as star-studded as any other year, with a lot of titles that I'm sure a lot of you can't wait to watch. We start the list off in full overdrive with Tokyo Revengers Season 2.
君が助かる未来にたどり着くまで絶対折れねえから
Tokyo Revengers didn't waste any time making a name for itself in the anime community. Combining the time loop plotline with badass street gangs ended up being a winning formula, and people just can't get enough of Mikey and the rest of the Dorman. As such, the second season was all but guaranteed, and we're getting it sooner rather than later, this January specifically. This time, Tokyo Revengers will chronicle the Christmas conflict arc. This arc pits the Dorman against Black Dragon and the Shiba family. More intense fights and more gripping drama awaits as Draken finally gets his time to shine in this arc. It's a holiday special like no other, coming this January 2023.
残念だ。じゃあな。
And if sequels aren't your jam, how about an adventure thriller in Hell's Paradise? One of the rising stars in the manga world is about to make an impact in the anime sphere. Hell's Paradise is quite an honest title for what to expect. Starring a ninja who just can't seem to die, his immortality gets put to the test in a journey to an island of peril. Along with the rest of the convicts, Gabimaru the Hollow looks to bring home the elixir of life, and along with it, his freedom. An island believed to be paradise hides in it dangers beyond anyone's wildest imagination. This dark adventure looks to make its mark this 2023, bringing with it mysteries and engaging characters that people can think of all throughout its run. It's looking to be a memorable hit this 2023. The R rating is more than fitting too, as this isn't your everyday shonen fare. Speaking of exploration, how about some more Dr. Stone?
足りめえだ海渡るっきゃねそう俺らはこれから全員で船を作る
It's been a while, but it's nice to see Dr. Stone making a comeback. With the Stone Wars behind us, it's time to go exploring. Thus, Dr. Stone's third season looks to take us on a journey around the world with the manga's acclaimed Age of Exploration arc. We actually got a special that bridged the two seasons not too long ago, and it only made people anticipate what's to come even more. This season will mark the character's foray into the other side of the world and finally start making some headway into understanding a very important phenomenon: petrification. Yes, at least we'll be getting some information on the grand catalyst of the story, and like everything else, it's a discovery that I'm very eager to see the characters uncover. Dr. Stone is set to make its big return this spring 2023.
はっは戻ったぜついに世界は再び俺のものだ
Mushoku Tensei also makes its much-awaited return this 2023. This one shouldn't come as a surprise. It's not every day you see a studio being created for the sake of adapting a single series, but that should key you in on how all in the industry is going on Mushoku Tensei. They've said that they plan to adapt the entire series, and knowing the number of volumes that there are, we won't be saying goodbye to Rudius and the rest of Dead End anytime soon. Mushoku Tensei has already made a huge impact with its first season, generating as much buzz as fans could possibly hope to have. With the second season comes the next phase of Rudy's adventure: adolescence. What new challenges and encounters await in his continued quest to learn more about magic and the world. For those who can't get enough of Mushoku Tensei, 2023 ought to be a great year for you all. Another show to get excited about: Rurouni Kenshin. Yep, you heard that right. After multiple live-action movies, OVAs and other material, it seems that there's still a demand for more Kenshin. Thus, the timeless classic is set to make its big return in 2023. It's quite a pleasant surprise because, like Shaman King not too long ago, the Rurouni Kenshin TV series never had a proper ending as far as adapting the manga's end is concerned. Animated by Linden Films, this new anime will be readapting the manga, bringing it up to speed with modern animation and a brand new cast. It's going to be yet another addition to Linden Films' growing resume, and it's looking like their best project to date. If you weren't around in the 90s, you'll finally get to see a modernized version of the timeless classic that's captured the hearts and imagination of anime fans for decades. It's one of the best shonen anime out there, and newer fans will finally get to experience the tale for themselves. And there you have it. Solo Leveling's getting its anime adaptation sooner rather than later. It's not too long when people have brought up the prospect of a Solo Leveling anime. After seeing the webtoon adaptations of 2020, I just think that Solo Leveling getting an anime is the next logical step, and guess what? We're all correct. A couple of months ago, we finally got the first trailer confirming the adaptation of the action fantasy Manoa, and it was met with a lot of excitement. And that's probably an understatement. A1 Pictures will be handling this adaptation with some great minds like Hiroyuki Sawano involved. There's a lot to be excited about. The adaptation of the plot is one thing, but in terms of production, we can really tell they're putting their eggs in the basket for one of the most hyped up pieces of Korean media out there. For those looking to get their first taste of this super popular, edgy, weak to strong series, then now's your chance. Solo Leveling scheduled for a 2023 release. Demon Slayer also won't be left behind, as its new season comes in 4th place. Don't let anyone tell you that the hype is over. Demon Slayer looks to build on the momentum of the previous excellent arc with its next season, this time featuring the Swordsmith Village arc. The previous season saw different pillars make their mark, and this one's no different. This time, it's Mist Pillar Moichiro Tokito's turn to fight. While danger closes in on Tanjiro, we also get a reunion with Genya, who should prove helpful in the fight against the strongest Upper Moon Tanjiro has to face so far. There's no confirmation, but I think Ufotable may be well on the way to adapting the entire Demon Slayer manga into anime. I mean, why wouldn't they when the thing basically prints money? Expect them to bring the A+ game to this season, just as they always do, and given the intensity of the fights that we've got in store, this is going to be one glorious season to watch. For our third most anticipated anime, we have JiuJitsu Kaizen. JiuJitsu Kaizen has quickly become a fan favorite. Thanks to its interesting magic system, likable characters, and spectacular fights, it didn't take too long for the title to become one of the most popular shonen anime in the past few years. After the first season ended with a bang, fans were wanting more, and they sure got it. Why stop with JiuJitsu Kaisen 0 when we can have an entire season 2? The second season takes us to the Shibuya arc, and as someone who read the manga, I'd say it's the most engaging arc so far. Fights get turned up to 11, and the stakes, man, they've never been higher than before. If you thought season 1 was intense, wait till you see what's in store as the strongest cursed spirits and cursed users unite in their quest to unleash hell. You won't need to wait for too long though for the continuation of the epic battle shonen, as this second season will be coming this 2023. Vinland Saga's season 2 is up next.
昔俺の住んでた村に2度兵隊が来た
I've got nothing but praise for Vinland Saga, and I'll be the first one to share how excited I am for the second season. The first one's been an extremely engaging tale of adventure and conquest, and not only that, I've also learned quite a bit from it. However, the second season looks to depart from that and have a slow, steady approach with showing us its world. I think it only speaks to the versatility of Vinland Saga. It's not always about fighting and adventuring, and even with the change of tone, Vinland Saga has continued to be as engaging as before. It's a story about redemption, and we're sure to see some major changes in in Thorfinn after the events of the first season. People who love nuanced character arcs will have a blast here. We only have to wait until January for the much-awaited continuation to one of 2019's best animes. It's being handed over to MAPPA, so let's cross our fingers and see what MAPPA will bring to the table. Speaking of which shows being handed over to MAPPA, what else better to finish this list off than Attack on Titan's final season? Yes, it's finally coming to a close, for real this time. Attack on Titan needs little introduction, being one of the most popular and iconic anime to come out in the last decade or so. It's given us a roller coaster of emotions since then, and I can't believe that it's finally time for the whole thing to end. Or will it? I don't know. Maybe they'll put out a super short run this time and put out a final season part 4 on us or something like that. Either way, there's not much to be said besides how everyone seems super excited to finally see the ending come in anime form. This is it. The long journey has come to an end, and we've seen firsthand how experiences and revelations have shaped the journeys of our main characters. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin's story comes to a climax in this dramatic conclusion. Thank you. 2023 is where it's at and where it all ends. The world is watching in anticipation as to how this long epic will wrap up, and whatever happens at the end is sure going to be the talk of the town.
この世から一匹残らず
Overall though, that's got to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I sure hope you'll check out ViniiTube's social media in the description box. I'll be back with more videos, so don't forget to subscribe and be the first in line. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you next time.